Hi. I thought I would record this because it took me quite a long time to do the combo trials of Caitlyn. So I'm gonna show you guys a few things that you definitely want to watch out for. Some of the things, like the combo trial doesn't even tell you, so you basically got to figure it out on your own. And specifically in those that I'm about to show you, the notation on that one is wrong. So for example, first one, the expert combo 3, right? On here, you can see the last one, the last heavy says charged, but actually that's half charged. So that one is wrong. If you try to charge it, it's basically impossible. So we can try that sequence here in the corner. So I could do something like this, right? And you can see I did like a micro dash, and that didn't even work. So you need to be like, if you want to fully charge it, which you should not do, you need to do it insanely quickly. Like, your dash needs to be so fast, it's barely visible. It should be barely visible. Like, this didn't even work. There was like just a couple of frames of dash. It is possible, but it's not something that you should do in the combo. So this will never work in the combo. Because the distance that you cover with the dash is like not even worth it. You can do like a micro walk rather, I think. As you can see, no matter how short my dash is, it's barely gonna work. It has to be actually super, yeah, like that, for example. But you basically cover no distance with that. So if you want to do this combo, do like a half charge, and that is going to work. Another trick, if you do that combo right here, right, and you do the down heavy right after the shot, or right after the dash, so right when you do that part. You gotta delay it as much as possible, because then you can actually cover more distance. The thing is, if you delay it for too long, then you will not get the combo like this. So you gotta time it a bit, you gotta time it perfectly for it to work. So when I delay it just a little bit, I'm getting close to here and I kind of charge a little bit, but again, that was not far enough into the corner, and the dash after that needs to be perfect too, and the charge needs to be perfect, or else you won't get it. There's a trick though, that I can show you in about a second. So what you can do is, you can dash up right here, get the knockdown, and then be closer to the corner. So you can even do a full charge at that point. It is possible without the dash up, you don't actually have to do it. Let me see if I can get it, but it's definitely harder. So that's a little bit of a cheat code right there. Yeah, that was not charged enough, so you gotta have the perfect charge. If you charge it for too long, it's not gonna work. Oh, I did the dash up by accident. If you're gonna charge it for too long, it's gonna whiff, and if you don't charge it enough, like I just did before, it's not gonna hit. Let me just get the down H. For some reason I'm not getting that one. Okay, there we go. Yeah. So yeah, just practice it a little bit. It's gonna take some time to get used to the timing and everything, but like I said, you can always dash up and then do the S2, and then you can even fully charge the button and it's gonna be fine. Okay, for the expert combo 5, there's a lot of to keep track on expert combo 5. So on this one second, let it load. This also, yeah, the notation is wrong too, I think. So at some point it's gonna say S1, S1, and then throw the cake, right? But I'm pretty sure something about that notation was wrong. So if we can look at the demo, right? So you can see that the notation is not exactly what the curve. So heavy, yeah, right there. So S2. If we play it again. Okay, S2 heavy. Yeah, there's another S2 that's not an annotation. So only watch the demo. Don't really care about what it says in the demo because there's another additional S2 that is not inside of the notation. And yeah, that's very confusing because you might ask people like, "Hey, what did I do wrong within the combo?" And they say, "Well, there's an S2 that you're not supposed to do. No, but you're supposed to do it." The notation is just wrong. It shows in the combo though. You can see in the combo it throws like an additional kick. So the first part, this one is a little annoying. So there's actually a couple of parts that are very time specific. You need like almost frame perfect timing for those. So the first one, there's two ways to start off the combo, right? So you can do like I'm gonna call it a perfect charge. So the game kind of lies to you. It's not just partially charged and fully charged. There's actually a bit more nuance to that. If you charge a bit for too long, so that you see the red for a little more amount of time, that actually affects the combo. So Jinx could drop out. I'm gonna show you in just a second. So you can either do like a perfect charge, where the red only shows up for like a split second, or you could do like a, well, I don't know how to call it, 2/3 charges. I don't know. You can charge it a little longer, and that one gives you an easier time in confirming this stuff. The problem is that at the end, so when you want to do this part, right, it's going to be a little harder because Jinx is going to be higher. If you perfect charge it like this part is going to be a little harder, but the confirm after that is going to be easier. So you can think about what you want to do here. But I just kind of found certain rhythm for that. I suggest you do the same. And then yeah, right when we're in the corner, right? That's the second part that is kinda annoying. So this one needs perfect charge timing. So this would be the end of the combo, right? When you try this separately, you will have way more timing confirming right here. So usually Jinx recovers really fast. It could happen that she recovers really fast from the trap and blocks your move. We can try that. I'm gonna just attempt the combo right now. Yeah, that could happen too. So don't crouch while S1ing. Yeah, so when you do this part, right, when you confirm into the medium, you're supposed to delay the medium as much as possible. And for this part, right, I'd also suggest jumping forward instead of jumping up. If you jump up, it's going to be much harder to confirm this stuff. It's possible, but it's going to be harder. And yeah, sometimes the S2 can also miss. So jump forward, but don't jump forward too much. So don't like dash jump, because then this... Oh, that actually worked. Usually... Okay. The S2 just hits Jinx. That could happen. So if you're too close. Okay. Yeah, like this. And then she gets knocked down. So you gotta wait for the S2 to open up, and then she gets flung into the air. If you do it too close, then that would happen. Okay. So sometimes the M doesn't connect, but that's better than not connecting at all. So I'd rather see the whiff here than me not being able to fully get the combo after all, even though I get the 2M. And then you need actually perfect timing there. So that's probably one of the hardest parts right there. Yeah, like I said, Jinx can block it. So I actually had to release it way earlier, or like a bit earlier, not way earlier. The timing is very specific. You gotta start as early as possible, and you're supposed to let go of the button as early as possible. Yep, that was a bit too much. And that one just whiffed, but that's better than sliding under Jinx. Like this is worse in my opinion. So it's better if you whip the medium, because then you're closer to the right timing than sliding under Jinx. That one is worse. So that's one of the hardest parts in the combo. And then afterwards, there's also something that you need to watch out for. There's actually two more things. So the combo isn't done yet at that point. Okay, yep. Okay, so right there, I hit the shot, right? If you charge the shot for too long, Jinx is gonna fall out of the combo. I can show you. I just need to hit that again and charge too long. Whoa! Wait, I got black screen for 1 second. Okay, wait, there we go. Yeah. Oh yeah, another thing, it says S2 partially charged, right? When after you hit the charge heavy. You don't need to, you can fully charge it. So right here I can just fully charge it, and as you can see, if I hold it for just a bit too long, Jinx just straight up drops out of the corner. So that's another thing. And after that, there's another thing. That's why the last combo didn't work, right? Or the one that I did, the one that was close to finishing. So after you do the two shots, right? Jinx flies up into the air. So like this. And then what you gotta do is you gotta run up so that Jinx falls into the trap in her recovery. And then the charge heavy is supposed to hit. And when the charge heavy hits, right? You basically just dash cancel that. Run up, throw a trap, and then you do super. So do that again. Ah, very annoying. Very annoying timing. It's not the worst combo, it's not the most annoying combo. I actually like this one much more than the Ahri one. The Ahri Expert 5, that one was mostly just luck. This one is, I like this one a bit more. Oh, too long. Yep. So gotta have perfect timing again. And sometimes if you high here, right, if you're too high, you also don't really get the conversion. So if I'm like way up here, and obviously I'll try it, right, I won't have too much time. You might get the hit, but you won't get the conversion afterwards. So sometimes I can, if I'm too high, I can maybe get the hit, but I don't get the knee. So be careful with that. Be as not necessarily as low as possible. You should charge the shot just a tiny bit, and then you should be able to get it. And that was too much. So yeah, that one is just a question of timing. I think that's probably one of the easiest timings in this combo to get down. The worst one by far is the charge heavy in the corner after you set the trap. And yeah, maybe the delayed medium. And there we go. I hope she doesn't fall out. Yeah. So you gotta be close enough to the trap so that Jinx falls in. And you also have to partially charge. So this one actually says partially charged. So that's correct, but don't rely on the notation. It's wrong. It's not right. It's false. For combo 3 and combo 5. Let me just do it on Blitzcrank and see if it's easier. So let me go into training. I'm pretty sure I did it on Blitz, or maybe somebody else. I don't know. But maybe it's just mental. Maybe because it's because of the map. Let me see. Let me do it freestyle. Let me do freestyle, man. Oh, I didn't get the shot. What happened? Oh, you stupid Blitzcrank. Dude, that would have been first try. Fuck you. I accidentally pressed recording. You can see that one. That was my second try. So I feel like it's much easier on Blitzcrank than Jinx. I mean, that's just me. So let me try it again. It wasn't enough. Okay, gotta stop the video. Alright. Alright, I'm pretty sure I showed you guys everything. If you still have questions, I can probably answer them in the comments. Only about Ahri and Caitlyn, please. I haven't played any of the other combo trials. Just Ahri, Caitlyn, like a little of Jinx, but not the, I think not the new trials. So, I hope that could clear things up a little bit. I was struggling with that, so I had to figure out all of these nuances on my own. It was really annoying. So, hope that can help some people. See ya.